Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to play around with our shapes a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my square that I've drawn. Um, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste that obviously. And instead of telling it to go 90 degrees, I'm going to actually change that angle. I'm going to be not as square. I'm going to actually say 88 degrees. Okay. So now imagine what's going to happen. We're going to draw a straight line. Instead of coming up 90 degrees, it will be just short of 90. So it will be slightly slanted. Not as slanted as I'm showing, but it will be slightly slanted. Instead of coming back 90 degrees, again, we're going to be slightly slanted again. So getting closer to a pentagon. Okay, so let's see what happens when I draw that. Okay, so it will draw my square and my triangle first. So I will have that. Can you guys see what's going on? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to tell it to do that, not 4 times. Let's tell it to do it 50 times. Let's see exactly what happens. Okay, now this is where it's going to get slightly more fun. Okay, I'm going to actually stop that because I don't like the way that's looking. I'm going to actually change the width of my turtle. Okay, make my pen slightly thinner. Let's try one. And what I'll do for now, actually, let's get rid of that for. Okay, let's get rid of all of that. Let's comment them out. Okay, so that I can actually see what you guys have done. And let's see what happens. Okay, so we can see the type of shape that it will actually draw. Okay, now what you guys can do is you guys can actually play around with the numbers a bit. Think about what all the numbers do. Okay, so we've actually got 3 numbers there. Okay, we've got the angle, we've got the number of times it will actually draw those lines. Okay, it looks like we're actually making them a bit thicker now. So we've got the amount of, we've got the angles. So as we saw, if we had 90, we would have had squares. We've actually got the size of the lines. So these lines are only 50 pixels long. You guys can play around with them as well. And we've told it to do it 50 times. So you can actually tell it to do it a lot more or a lot less. So you guys can play around with them a little bit. What I want you guys to do, you guys can copy and paste that again, comment that out, or you can just simply overwrite this, play around with it. Let's change the side length to 88 as well. So it'll be slightly bigger. Instead of telling it to do it 50 times, let's tell it to do it 90 times. We can also give it a different angle as well. So let's say 83, so slightly shorter. Let's see exactly how that looks. Okay, and something like this, as you guys might say, it gets quite satisfying after a bit. Okay, so as you guys can see, those are getting a little bit more thicker. Will they carry on getting thicker? Yes, they will. Okay, so it's not actually going over those lines. It's actually coming just one angle, 1 degree short. So it's actually making it thicker slowly. Okay, I can watch this and play around with this for the rest of my life. What I want you guys to do is get me a nice shape. Okay, get me a nice shape, put it into Google Classroom. Um, let me see exactly what you guys have done. And what I will do is some of the nicer shapes, what I will do is I will share them on the stream. Okay, there's no such thing as a not nice shape. I just hope some of you guys don't come up with squares and triangles and anything so boring like that. Give it a go, boys. Yeah, post your work and let's see who posts the nice stuff. Okay, thank you very much, boys. See you next week. Whoops, meant to stop that. again.